What's up, guys? Pope back for another podcast. Today is February the 19th, the year 2014. And speaking of 2014, the new map packs, which is the Battlefield Second Assault, did come out yesterday as expected. And if you have not picked this up, then that means that you are not a premium member. And I do encourage getting premium. It may seem like a lot of money, but you do end up saving a lot of money in the long run. Plus, you get a lot of the double XP here and there and things like that. It's just it really is a unique and it's a good buy. But if you have played Battlefield Second Assault, then you have seen, you have heard, and that you understand the rumors are true. The videos were not lying. And we are now in a new era of the old maps. Now, with that said, if you have not seen anything and everything, I do encourage, please go and hit yourself in the head with a rock. These maps are beautiful. They have been crafted into the Frostbite 3 engine with precision. And when I say precision, I mean doctor-like skills. The maps have been grown up. Everything says Operation Metro 2014, Operation Firestorm 2014. It is basically has been set in a time period which is exactly like what you would expect if it were in real life. It is years after the quote-unquote Battlefield 3 war. Caspian border has foliage everywhere. Firestorm is burning constantly. Metro is flooded over. And Gulf of Oman, well, Gulf of Oman just looks like its old self with a nice little twist. And I'll be talking about a couple little things here and there. Just kind of what I have noticed as far as the new maps. The maps kind of play a lot like what they did in Battlefield 3. I got into a round in Metro, and my team pushed them all the way back to the exact same spot, into their spawn. There is still the issue with Metro spawn camping. It is possible. I know you guys were hoping that it had been taken care of, but if you are on that horrible of a team, unfortunately, it is still a problem with the spawn camping. But other than that, we now see a right around 95% accessible, a 95% accessibility in every map. The giant tower that was in Firestorm, over on I can't remember. It's the one closest to the Russian side of the map. It's the one with the massive tower. You can't miss it. If you've played it 100 times. You understand what tower I'm talking about. But now that is 100% accessible. There is a ladder that goes up the side. It kind of it'll go up on one side up to a certain point, and then you got to go around to another side of it, go up, and then it kind of does that whole serpentine up ladder system. With a unique twist at the very bottom, there is now a button that says burn off or something like that. But basically you press a button and fire shoots out of it and just burns everybody that is on that tower. Or at least towards the top. I haven't noticed if it's anything towards the middle or the bottom or anything like that. So don't take this all in. Well, it doesn't burn everybody. Well, I understand that. This is just from a very little playtime as far as that. I had to get ready for this, and that didn't leave me with much to actually do. But other than that, Caspian Border now has the hilltop now has a massive bunker that is built into the bottom of that little area right there. It's got a tower that blows up. It's pretty cool. The candy cane is on the ground from point A to point B, from the beginning to the end, the alpha and omega of the map. The candy cane is on the ground. Why do you ask? Because it blew up in the original map. So years later, of course, it's still going to be on the ground. Metro, like I said, it has been flooded over. I spawned from outside, so I didn't get to see all the details as far as inside the tunnels. But the outside is absolutely beautiful, but it's destroyed. The buildings are busted open. You got guardrails everywhere. The vehicles, for the most part, outside are all blown up. Why? Well, because it was years after this great war, and they have not rebuilt. And then Oman now has a sandstorm. All the buildings are basically accessible. It's a beautiful map. All of them really are. Like I said in my last podcast, Firestorm was going to be I didn't know anything about. Didn't look that good. I played it. It is officially my second favorite map now. Oman, I knew was going to be good because of the sandstorm. The sandstorm absolutely puts a completely night and day twist into it. Figuratively speaking, it does not become just instantly dark everywhere, but visibility is pretty limited as far as sniping and air vehicles. It's hard to kind of spot out. You really got to go towards your infrared sights. So I do encourage using those on this map, especially once the storm actually starts blowing in and doing things like that. But again, these maps they're beautiful. I do 100% encourage go get premium just so you can start playing these maps. The China Rising is already on there. If you don't own China Rising, premium will give you that with 100% free, as well as the second assault. So go and do that. Real quick break, but we will come back and I will tell you guys why I feel Commander Mode is not being used to its 100% capabilities and how I believe we can fix that. So be right back, guys, on the Battlefield 4 podcast. Hey guys, Pope here. Don't forget to check out your battle log at battlelog.battlefield.com/Battlefield 4. That way you can set up your Battlefield player to be as cool as mine. What's up, guys, and we are back with the Battlefield 4 podcast. Now, I got to thinking about it. I enjoy Commander Mode. I enjoy playing Commander Mode, but I do have a couple of tips and tricks on why, well, not really tips and tricks, just an idea on why I think more people don't actually play the Commander Mode, and I just kind of want to go over some of these things and how we could possibly get Commander Mode well, a little bit better, because I know when I'm playing and I see a commander jump on, I'm a little skeptical on whether they have the skills needed to actually give my team what it needs to actually win, or the capabilities of performing at 100%. And so I kind of wanted to jump in that. My biggest issue, I believe, is that there is no team help. And that doesn't fall on the commander at all. That falls on myself, that falls on my squad mates, and that falls on my team, on whether our commander can actually get the things done that it needs to be done. So this first part goes to the team and the squads. Your commander knows all. Let's just go ahead and assume Commander is God in this game. They have 100% visual capabilities of all things that's going on around you. They are everything when it comes to this game. If you are in a active military, that you're listening to this and you go, Pope, I'm overseas, I'm fighting for this country, I'm fighting for that country, and I understand the team play and the team capabilities of this game. Well, sir, my question would be, why don't you act the way that you do in real life? There is a chain of command when it comes to Battlefield 4 now in Battlefield 4 that there was not in Battlefield 3, and that is with the commander mode application in this game. When the commander says, hey, squad leader, I need you to go to, let's say, Bravo, or you go take out that MCOM station. It's not that hard to say, yes, sir, we'll go do that. That gives you extra points, and that gives the commander extra points. This game is based on points, guys. This is not a game based on kills. This is not Call of Duty. If you have a certain situation that you are in, and your commander goes, hey, you guys are doing a great job, could you possibly go do this? Just go do it. It is obviously in the betterment of your team, and I promise you, you will see at least an 80% boost in wins and losses in your gameplay. Now, I understand this may come as a shock, but did maybe you think that, I don't know, the commander knows more than you? I know that may be taboo to say, but in an instant, is that really as far-fetched as it may sound in your mind? Now, I understand you're a lone wolf. You're the best of the best. There is nobody in this world that could possibly come close to catching your skills as far as a video game goes. But if you have a, I don't know, 30% win-loss, well, my team sucks, but I'm doing good. I go 130 and 15 in a round, but my team loses. Have you ever thought maybe that this game has more to it than just kills? You only get, what? Let's say on average you get 100 kills. No, not 100 kills, but 100 points per kill. Okay, well, you just went 100 kills. That's going to be, what, 10,000 points? I think I did my math correct in that. Is that 10,000 points? Well, that's awesome. You just got 10,000 points, but your team lost. Well, how is it that he can take an objective and still get more points than me? He only had 50 kills. Well, that's because he was taking objectives. He was arming MCOMs. He was defending MCOMs. He was capturing flags. He was doing things that is part of a team-based game. Do not sit back and wonder in awe and shock why somebody has more points than you when you did better than them. This is a team-based game. I promise you, I can sit and go into Operation Locker or a smaller map. I can drop a health pack or an ammo pack in a doorway that there's like 100 people shooting. I don't have to get any kills, and I can still come in 5th place. I guarantee it. You know why? Because people are getting kills. What do they need? They need ammo. They need health. So be a better team player for your commander. They will get you everything you need to know as far as, oh, there's people in this area. There's not people in this area. We need you to go here. You don't need to go there. If you'll get this, then I can drop a missile over there, and that'll make that a lot easier for you to take. Hey, they're about to drop a missile. Get out of here. Don't be in this area. It's all little things that can make your team better. And I promise you it's going to make your gameplay a lot better. Your score per minute will go up. Your kill death will probably end up going up. Be a better team player for your commander. Now this section I'm going to get off of my high horse on the team, and let's talk about the commander. This is why I have a little bit of a knotted heart when it comes to when I see a commander jump on. I understand it may be a little bit difficult to play with some of the people that end up being a part of your team whenever you jump on commander mode. I've been there. I've seen the worst. I've seen the best. This is how I have seen the commander mode act as efficient as it possibly can. Use the UAV. Every little bit counts when it comes to spotting out enemies. If I know where I need to be looking in a certain area, that helps me. That helps me stay alive so I can take objectives for you. Every little bit helps when it comes to spotting. The UAV is it's unreal how effective it can be if it's placed in the right hands, and I'm trying to help you put it in your hands the correct way. If you are playing against an enemy commander, the counter UAV then becomes a key asset, because then you can stop the enemy's players from knowing where your players are. So use that as effectively as you possibly can. It also gives you points at the end for using these things. Just to use it. You could put it off in the corner and it's still going to get you points. It's not going to help you with your team. Your team will mutinize against you. But it will help you get points just by putting them out there. Now when it comes to the evac, the only thing I've really noticed it become an asset is whenever an enemy is dropping a missile on a certain location, I'll put one on that location saying, hey guys, missile coming in, get out. This is not a good area to be in. Just run. Use that. It is effective. I know that's a strange word, but it is effective in usage. The unit and, the ground unit and the armored spotting abilities, that all comes with the territory. If you really care about having these things, it is part of having objectives. So, send a squad to that. Send 2 squads to go get it. As far as offensive, you got your gunship. You get points for every kill that the gunship gets. Deploy it. Send out a couple of squads to get and to hold. And that's another thing, team. I'm getting back on it. That's another thing, team. If your commander says, hold this location, be humble about your gameplay and hold it. You're not going to lose out on a lot. It really does end up helping your team. I feel like I'm a broken record in this. Be a good team player. Be that one that the commander gets offline and goes, well, that was fun. I had that squad that would hold, and they never left. They held that for their team, for us. So, commander, don't be afraid to send a squad to a location. Don't be afraid to send a squad to hold a location. But if you're sending a squad to hold an objective on one end and everybody's on another end, that's a waste of a squad. Don't put them in that location, because that's not going to end up an effective outcome. So send them on up. That's really about it as far as I can tell from being a better team player for your team and for your commander. Just, guys, use common sense. Don't be a selfish player. No one likes a selfish player, and no one wants to play with a selfish player. Now, I understand this game is hard to control, and that is part of just in-game. It's hard to control the analog as far as putting things in, precise locations. And I understand that, and that has been a issue as far as the game goes. But, try your hardest, do as best as you can. Another part of it, the commander mode was really built for tablets, and I understand not everyone has a tablet. Not everyone has the capability of playing it at its full potential, which is the tablet play. So just do the best you can, guys. Get out there, kill somebody, and help your team. For God's sakes, help your team. Help your team. And again, don't forget to help your team, because that's the best thing to do. Quick break, guys, and then I'm going to come back on my ending notes as far as my soapbox, and that is the Team Deathmatch gameplay. This is the podcast Battlefield 4. Hey guys, Pope here. If you are looking for an awesome clan, an awesome, great community, a large community at that, and if you were wanting someone to play with at all times, guys, don't forget, check out snsclan.com. Tell them I sent you. That only helps me out, but again, it helps you out because it gives you people to play with that are very skilled in this game. Check them out at snsclan.com. What's up, guys? It is time for my closing remarks as far as this podcast goes, but I like ending on a soapbox. I'm a shorter fella. I like to be up tall whenever I end things. So this is my ending segment as far as this podcast goes. It is my soapbox on Team Deathmatch and the Team Deathmatch style of play. I have some buddies. I have some friends that play a lot of Team Deathmatch, and they say, Pope, come in, play some Team Deathmatch with us. And, I jump in and I play and I play and I play. But eventually, guys, it gets tiring and it gets done, and I'm done with playing it. If you remember, whenever the PlayStation 4 came out, I don't know what it was like on Xbox or PC. Not knocking those systems. PlayStation 4 is what I have. But at the very beginning of PlayStation 4, the only game I bought was Battlefield 4. It's the only game I wanted to play. But there was bugs. They got fixed. But for the very first beginning of PlayStation 4 and Battlefield 4, Conquest and Rush were basically unplayable. And I don't mean like they were horrible. I mean you couldn't play them. They were not accessible. So all you had was Team Deathmatch to unlock a couple of guns, a little bit of an assignment, a few gadgets here and there for your gun. It got tiring. I understood parts of the map like the back of my hand. I jumped into Conquest, and I could tell you, I don't know where that goes, but I know where that goes. It got old. It got repetitive. It's run around and kill people. Pope, that sounds familiar. That sounds a lot like Call of Duty. Because it is. Guys, Team Deathmatch is nothing more than a glorified breakthrough in graphics Call of Duty. It's kill. I buy Call of Duty because I want to kill people. I buy Battlefield because I want to drive. I want to snipe from 1,000 yards away. I want to drop a bomb. I want to be cool, guys. Battlefield has given me the ability to shoot at long distances, drive vehicles until my heart's desire. A Jeep, a tank, a helicopter, a plane. I have all these capabilities with Battlefield. You don't have those with Call of Duty, which is exactly like Team Deathmatch in Battlefield. Guys, Battlefield Team Deathmatch is Call of Duty. You're not going to sit here and tell me that a duck isn't a duck when it looks like a goose. Don't tell me you play Battlefield 4 and then show me your Team Deathmatch skills. Don't do it, guys. I'm not stupid. They're not stupid. The community that is listening to this right now is not stupid. Don't call me an idiot Battlefield player when you try to show me something that is not true. Play Battlefield, play Conquest, play Rush. For God's sakes, play Air Superiority or Capture the Flag. Anything that has a vehicle is at the 100% capability of Battlefield 4. Not Team Deathmatch. Not Squad Deathmatch. Not Defuse. These are not styles that is native to Battlefield 4. Well, guys, that has been my soapbox. That has been my ideas on the new Second Assault. And that is me telling you how I feel the Commander mode can be accessible. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my podcast on Battlefield 4 for February the 19th, 2014. Guys, I love you. I love how you shoot. I love how you play. May not be all the time, but I love you guys. Thanks for listening to my podcast. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.